so really the objective that we had for today is get inspired by what you people are doing, get to know what's out there. So for us, it's a bit of also a mapping exercise, like what's going on in terms of urban wood, in terms of local wood. What are initiatives that we can learn from? Because we here in Brussels, what we are doing in terms of local wood production is quite new. So we're very much looking forward to learn from other people that have been doing this for longer. Another thing that we would like to do is also to get together. So maybe join forces on specific projects. If you identify challenges that several of us are facing, maybe we can get together and join forces, build networks, and create a momentum around urban wood and local wood. So this is also something that we are very interested in. We obviously started to do this at the scale of the Brussels metropolis, where we bringing together different types of players and design and architecture. Some of you are here with us today. But this is something also that we would like to take maybe to the European level, build networks, etc.
So this is the summary of the program of today. So like we now have the introduction, in which Stefan has nicely introduced you to our ambitions and our motivations for this event. And so later we will still talk about the opportunities we see for working together. But now we will kick off with 2 parallel sessions. We will start at 2:30. And the first series of sessions is focusing on sustainable carpentry. So we're very excited to have with us Benjamin from the Walden Project, who is not only one of the co-founders of Sonian Wood Coop, but who also already has a history of his own carpentry firm, really looking for sustainable solutions, and who will introduce us to his work. And then we have Simon from Sherwood, who we actually got to know through setting up the Brussels network, and who has a very inspiring initiative also for a shared atelier and working space here in the Brussels area. And parallel with the session, so unfortunately you will have to choose, but as you can see, we are recording the session. So the idea is to also make all of this content publicly available afterwards. Once we have set up that, we will share with you another email to give you access to this. So in parallel, we will talk about new forest management, for which we have Nicolas, and I don't know if Marie will also be joining us. But so they will talk about the initiative Robin du Bois, a very citizen-driven initiative for shared forest management in Wallonia. And then we're also really pleased to have Nienke with us, who will has experience as a forest manager with her family, but who will also talk about her design research she's currently doing on food forests. And then we're also very pleased to have Nicole and Adeline, who will talk about their experience at Hoek Park, where they actually combine forest management and uses with pedagogical projects around architecture and design. And then after already these very interesting sessions, in which we will also open up a moment to have a bit more of a conversation with also the people who are joining us. We will go and switch to the next parallel sessions. Also here, unfortunately, you have to choose between the local wood network and local wood design and architecture. So on the one hand, in the first session, we will have Marie-Ève from Bois Public from Montreal, who will share with us their quite already elaborate experience on setting up a network around local wood and really bringing this upscaling of Stadshouts initiatives. And then we have Tim Bultus, who will join us, who is in the Netherlands, more specifically in Utrecht, and on the regional level, working on connecting local wood initiatives. He's very much in the process, so that will also be giving very interesting insights in the questions that are rising around these kind of initiatives. And then our Stefan will also talk about Sonian Wood itself, and how we are planning, or what our ambitions are for further expanding the network here in Brussels and beyond. In parallel, then we will have inspiring presentations from Celine and Rosalind, both architects and designers who each in their own way work with wood and like searching for having a more sustainable approach, but also making certain aspects of wood more visible in the everyday life. And then, as a like quite a like a let's say explosive conclusion, we are very happy to have Don Peterson, who is going to join us. As now it's a bit too early for him to be up, but he will join us in the course of the event, and he will like introduce us to what the Urban Wood Network is doing in the States. They have been a very big inspiration for us and for organizing this event. So we're very happy to be able to dive in and to ask them questions of how they're working and what they're achieving there.
I just wanted to remind you that this is the second day of a 2-day program. So yesterday we already had a lot of discussions around local wood with a smaller group of people. So we talked directly to some of the initiatives, especially in the Netherlands and here in Belgium. And here in the chat, I posted a link to a Miro board, which is also a tool that we can use today to collect the information. And it's kind of a whiteboard, kind of note-taking thing that we use to. If you click on that link in the chat, you can find your way to the Miro board, where you can see the program of today. Yeah, very cool. I see you all arriving on the Miro board. So here you can see what Hannah just presented. So the structure of today's workshop. But if you go a bit up here, I just follow me. Here you can see above also the program of yesterday and notes of the sessions that we had yesterday. So one was on urban wood management, where you can have like an overview of all the challenges and opportunities that we identified yesterday all along the chain, from trees over the different transformations to the final use. So that was kind of the first panel. And below, you can find the overview of the discussion on forest management. So we basically talked also about these two things, like forest management and urban wood on the other hand. So there's lots of content, there's lots of information already there. I think over the course of the next days and weeks, we will digest and structure all this information, so we can use this maybe as a basis of taking this networking further. You can also add stuff to this panel, so don't hesitate to take a post-it. So you can find the post-it notes here on the right on these panels. So don't hesitate to grab a post-it, add a challenge, add an opportunity, add an information that you feel is missing, add your own organization to the network here. So we can complete this and have like a more and more complete picture of urban wood and alternatives to forestry management. So that was what we did yesterday. Today we are going to talk about these different how-to questions that Hannah just mentioned. Before we dive into that, maybe a few words on existing networks. Because I mean, this is like today we are kind of the first time actually I think that in Europe all the actors about local wood and urban wood get together at this scale, which is really cool. But just to mention that there are already networks out there with slightly different scope. But nevertheless, I think it's an important moment when you start to structure these conversations, so start to bring people together, that we're not duplicating existing networks, and we try to find synergies with existing things. So one of the existing networks I think that is really cool is the Urban Wood Network that started in the US, but it's also has a kind of a global reach. So that's why we're very happy also to have Don talking to us later when he wakes up in his time zone. So there's the Urban Wood Network, the Sonian Wood Coop here in Brussels. We are already member of the Urban Wood Network. And I think with this group here, with you guys, would be interesting to also explore to what extent we could create a kind of a European chapter or some European focus of the Urban Wood Network. So stay within the Urban Wood Network, but maybe have a European chapter. So they have chapters, for example, for different states in the US. There's like a Wyoming chapter and a Wisconsin chapter and that sort of thing. So we could have like a European chapter or maybe a Benelux chapter or something like that. So that's a possibility. I think that that could be one way to structure networks. Then there's also funding opportunities for networks and for clustering activities, especially now in the Green Deal. Sorry for the people from the UK. This is maybe post-Brexit something that is unfortunately more difficult for you to access. But for the European partners, the Green Deal has financial support for kind of clustering activities, especially around natural resources. So Nicolas, who will speak to us a bit later in one of the sessions, is currently kind of really looking into this and trying to find a way maybe to access Green Deal funding for structuring networks around local wood and local forestry. So that's an exciting opportunity. I'll put it out there, and Nicolas will tell us more, or get in touch with him if you want to join the fund. And then finally, there's another kind of network that is already there as well. It's called the Connecting Nature Enterprise Platform. We can share the link maybe through the chat. So it's an existing European project on nature-based solutions, and one of the communities that was created in the framework of this project was on sustainable forestry. And so here with the Sonian Wood Coop, we kind of manage the sustainable forestry community on this platform. So don't hesitate to jump on board, create a profile on this platform, which will help you to be visible. Saying I'm an actor in urban wood or local wood. It's interesting for me. I have ideas. I have something to offer. So you can very easily create a profile here and share with the world that they are there. But for us, it is also a helpful tool to see, okay, what is the community right now? Who are the people that that we can contact, for example, for funding opportunities or for talking to other stakeholders. And to give you even more motivation to go onto this platform, I think Martin can show us a little video on the Connecting Nature community. Martin? Yes, Martin can do that.
So there you go. Thanks, thanks, Martin, for sharing this with us. So so the link is already here in the chat. We'll also put it on the Miro board. So the in the groups, the I just Sonian Wood Coop, matching images were our own, so that's the video of one of these actually and there was of a computer.
We also take a moment to mention all the people who have contributed to the organization of this event. So the Sonian Wood Coop is one of the co-organizers, also Osmos, as you will see our facilitators throughout the panel sessions. So the Connecting Nature project has also been an important support and supporter of this initiative. And also the Véolia Foundation has given a contribution to make all of this possible. And then I forgot the Urban Ecology Centre, which is one of our co-organizers as well.
Yeah, you have all their logos and the mirror board at the bottom. Thank you, our sponsors. Martin, maybe you can explain to us how we're gonna proceed with the groups.
Yes, maybe I can give some practical informations to help you. So like Stefan and Hannah already shared, so we'll be having 2 groups. So the first one is about sustainable carpentry. And so that's group number 1. And the second is about new forest management. So just to help us to be able to put you in the groups that you want, you can change your name like I did. So you can see on my name, it's Martin 1. So I'll be going into the group 1. So if you please want to help us to do this, you simply need to click. So on your image, so you must be seeing a gallery in front of you with all the people. So on your image on the right, you have 3 dots, and there, sorry, it's written in French, renommer. So which means to rename yourself. So you can just so you can just add the number. So it's either 1 or 2, and then we'll put you in the groups. Thank you.